Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to the Offworld Trading Company. We are playing the campaign and we have arrived at week 3. So we got a summary of what happened last week. And we came in second in the race because one of our competitors completely outclassed us in terms of supporting the colony. So let's see if we can do better this time. Let's see, teleportation or thinking machines. I think I want teleportation. Teleportation is nice. No transport costs, means no fuel. That's gonna be fun. Also, didn't we get another geothermal engineer? Yeah, so now we have 2 geothermals. Alternatively, if we click this to get it, undo it, we can actually pick up a permanent wind turbine engineer, so we can also build wind turbines when we need to. That way we just have all the available power sources covered and we can at least get them as needed. So let's have a look at the missions. So we got a small map with no ice, plateau terrain, resource presence is medium, with a whole bunch of black market options. This is a high resource presence in the canyon. And this is low, so medium, high, low. Let's go with high resource presence. Let's see how that changes things. So far all of them have been medium or lower. And here we start with a hacker array. This is a faster black market and this unlocks the scavenger. Let's actually have a look at the hacker array this time. Let's see what that does for us. It can be used to manipulate prices of the market. So let's see if we can use that to our advantage. All corporations are able to build 1 extra hacker array. Okie dokie. So we have a reasonably developed a colony. Let's have a look. Riverbed is probably gonna have some water. There's some carbon here, something, some silicon.
Low levels of aluminum found.
We probably want to get a geothermal. Ooh. So a bit of water, some aluminium, power source. There's worse places to be.
High levels of iron
Robotic
found.
colony founded.
Scientific colony founded.
Competitor started over there. Ooh, geothermal. So once people start settling, the map is slowly gonna get uncovered. Normally if you're playing a skirmish, you actually get extra starting money for starting later, or you start with more depth for starting early. So this would back us all the way into a lot of iron, so we could make steel. We have teleportation, that's something to remember. So we can actually just settle anywhere and just grab the resources we want. Because there's no transportation fees for us.
Robotic colony founded.
There. There's some, I think we
High levels of carbon found.
explored a lot.
High levels
Cracks
of
here.
silicon found.
What's over there? Right. There's some water here. There's some aluminium here. There's some silicon here. Let's start here and see if we can just expand a bit.
Permits approved and cleared, sir.
Water.
With Alpha 3 team reporting in.
We want water.
We will have the first factories up and running in no time.
Then also let's just insta expand just to get a lot more claims. Also we'll put a lot more pressure on our systems. That's the trade-off there.
Robotic colony
So
expanded.
food and electrolysis to generate oxygen. We're not going to use the fuel. And we need more money for geothermal. On the other hand, if we start mining that aluminium, that's very close as well. Want to grab that before someone else does. This way at least we secure some of the resources.
Scientific colony expanded.
We are using more water than we are getting. So let's see if we can find another richness 3. Oh yeah. And next to a richness 2. Someone else already grabbed this one. If we do it like that, we get a very, very good start on water, and we deny it to our opponent. And that should cover our water needs for the nearby future. Aluminium. We are generating some of it already, but we do need a lot of it for expansion, and we're gonna use the hacker array later on. So we might as well grab another very rich. Right, let's look for iron. That was all the way in the top here, if I remember. Yeah, over there. Just not having to pay for shipping, or just not having any shipping overhead at all, is gonna be pretty rich. So, secure some iron as well. How is water going for us? Yeah, we still have some water pumps that are being online. Why are we using fuel? For the claim bots. Okay, so... Sure. How are we in terms of resources? We probably want to mine some silicon, then we can go for glass later on. Currently, just my strategy is to go for a lot of the high-end rich resources. Carbon here. So we just mine everything, and then once we level up to level 3, we can actually start building some factories, start producing some steel, producing some glass, and just produce a wide array of different endgame materials. And then we get our hacker array up and do fun stuff with that. Also, we can actually build habitats. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, power. We're completely ignoring our own power needs. Oh, power is expensive. Wow, that's... it's because of steel. Okay, fair. Steel prices are rising. So currently most of the material prices are actually rising. So we can actually just sell some aluminium. Not too much, because otherwise we make the price plummet, and we need to keep at least 120 for upgrades. Okay, so we're impacting the price here. Let's stop selling for a bit. Sell a bit of more resources. Okay, water is currently plummeting. Yeah, okay, we're completely over-generating this. I suppose that's fair. Elemental quarry engineer. Let's participate in the bidding. If we're gonna mine more from it, then that's pretty good. Stop bidding against me. And that's gonna affect both the carbon production and our silicon production, which we will need for high-end materials. So I think it will be worth it. And so far we are leading in terms of supporting the colony. We've got a very cheap circuit overload available. Let's see if we can annoy someone. Oh, the green player. You. We overloaded this entire chain. It was pretty cheap anyway. So have to remember, we actually have that available to us every game for cheap as a perk. So might as well use it. Okay. Well, plummeting prices be damned. I'll just crash the prices here just to get ourselves a power generator. Dang, that was it's. We needed more steel and glass. So let's sell some resources. Good. Okay. Then we can build a geothermal. We need a bunch more steel for that. We still need a bunch more resources. Okay. That's it. Good. Okay, so that should stabilize our power supply, so that way our debt should stop increasing, and it should actually stop. It will get less, decrease. And then let's start using some of the raw resources. So we got 600 iron in reserves. It's nice to have, but it's really not helping anyone. So get some of our higher tier items set up. But first we need more food. So adjacency bonus, and later on we can add more. We turn power and water into food. Well, we have plenty of water and power. We're gonna generate as well. Slightly worried about this. Price is going up, so we probably want to make one of these as well. Once we got the cash. Okay. Just sell some of our raw resources.
Revolted colony expanded.
Offset this one over there. Okay. Steel. Steel is going to be very useful. Because that's one of the resources we need for upgrades. EMP, just participate in a bidding and then just give up after they hit 20,000. And next up, glass. All we need for glass, of course, is oxygen and silicon. Oxygen we are currently building more for. So the glass furnace is what we need once we got the steel for it. Which is also something we are working on. We're working on a lot of things right now. We're still leading in terms of claims, so that is good. Water is still really cheap, it's just not worth selling anymore. That's also a bit of an issue. So fuel prices are soaring while we don't actually need any. So we are actually making quite some extra money off of this. And EMP. Okay, so that someone just paid 20,000 to disable us for 20 seconds. I'm okay with that. We got reserves for most of the critical things anyway. And the raw materials are being mined all over the place and they will come back to us. So, steel. Ah, of course, that's frozen, so that's why it doesn't show. That makes sense. Makes complete sense. So, glass furnace, put that one out on the other side so we can expand steel there, expand glass over there. And we'll just make a little bit for now, but it's going to be enough for upgrades and for supporting the town. Just want to get some extra shares in since they are starting to buy a bit more. And it's not like that we need to have more than one single person, we need to have more than everybody else, of course, if we want to get as large a stake as possible of the income of this entire colony. Also, we are out of claims, so next up we need to do an upgrade.
Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Ah, the glass furnace used a bit more than I was anticipating, so we probably need... Ah, it's still frozen. Too bad that it doesn't show that you are missing income from frozen things. So that's why it's really easy to overlook if things happen, especially if you have your factories scattered all over the map. So prices are going up, so we probably gonna build another geothermal soon. Ooh, extra claim.
14,000, 18,000, 20,000, 24,000.
My new strategy for auctions is going to be to wait until like 1 or 2 seconds are remaining rather than instantly going up. So I'm not bidding up against everybody else in the beginning. Not quite sure if it helps or not, but we'll see. So we have an extra claim now. Also we're using a bit more power because our buildings just came back online. So let's sell some fuel. Build ourselves another geothermal. That should be good for our power production. So wind turbines, we actually, of course, we get a free wind turbine. So wind turbines built in good locations. If you have multiple boosting each other, as a cluster, they can actually produce more power for you than a single geothermal would. But geothermals just by themselves are way easier.
Revolving colony expanded.
So it's a bit of a trade-off there. So let's see. Ooh. We are getting a good price here, so we just crashed the market a bit. Same for iron. Oh wow, that market really crashed. Need to build a lot of steel soon. Aluminium, might as well make some bucks off of that. Office, you go use more glass. Habitat. And then we probably want to do an upgrade. So I try to avoid selling my steel and my glass, but it's not really producing all that fast, so we probably just want to buy what remains. If you hold shift, you can sell up to 100 at a time. It will drastically tank the price of a product, so it's not as smooth, but if you got over 1,000, you just want to get rid of some of it for a fairly decent price. And I'm just gonna wait until it hits 50 again, and then I'll just drop another 100. Here we can also do a similar thing, and we can do an upgrade. Excellent. Excellent. Well, so let's produce some more steel. That's going to be 75% bonus. So this is going to be a very efficient production cluster. Same thing over here. Yeah, for the glass. We lack the funds to make another glass. Let's have a look at how our oxygen is going to be impacted and our power.
Hee-haw. Hee-haw.
12,000.
M.U.L.E.
16.
Mines a tile, brings back the resources to your HQ. Gives you 200 units.
18,000.
So that's going to be up to 100 each. I think you can work with that.
4,000.
So if you have something like... Ooh. I was thinking 100, but the raw resources are actually not that valuable.
Revolving colony expanded.
Oh, so far silicon is probably doing the best out of all the raw resources. But we have huge surpluses. Put it down there. Hey, it looks funny though. Bloop. Okay, let's have a look. So everything that we ordered has been built, so glass furnaces are up. We have a small surplus of oxygen, but it's not going to be enough to sustain another glass furnace. So we'll build another electrolysis generator and then another glass furnace. That way we should now be producing a lot of endgame materials. We're currently crashing the steel prices as well. Good thing is we're building a lot for ourselves. We have a slight surplus of glass, so we might as well sell some of it. Water, also just gonna tank the price for a bit. Now we can do a little final upgrade. Still need to do the hacker array. Need to get 40 electronics for that, which will use some of our carbon and silicon and aluminium. So let's... Is there a space? Yeah, there's a space over here. We can just expand. Uses a lot of the resources we already have. Silicon is going to be nearly flat in terms of supply after this for us. Also, we are pretty massively in debt. That's not going to help us. On the other hand, if we keep the cash floating, we can actually spend it on useful stuff. Build another geothermal to further stabilize our power. Sell some of our reserves.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Screw with us, and we screw with you.
Okay, we can now afford our hacker array. So we build it. That should give us some more options. Auction for a Mars building. Another hacker array. That means we can manipulate two things at the same time. On the other hand, no, let them have it. We already built one ourselves. So the hacker array here, we can actually, for a price, we can manipulate the prices. So we'll either fake a surplus or a shortage, and as a result the price will go up or down. So if you want to buy something, we make the price go down. If you want to sell stuff, we make the price go up, so we can just offload a lot of our goodies. So for example, we have 1700 iron, so if we fake a shortage,
Let this be a lesson to you all.
then we can
Screw
sell
with
this
us,
for a way
and
better
we
price.
screw with you.
Unless, of course, other people start unloading their huge surpluses. Also, last day, we need to boost things. We have a lot of glass, so that means we can do upgrades very affordably. Now we have 11 claims, that makes us the largest again. Also, can we do this? Yes, we can. Okay, so someone is doing a shortage here. Fine. Well, let's fake a water shortage. Every time it goes over 100, we'll unload. Speaking of, let's do some more as well. There's a power shortage. Well, we were generating. Ah, there's a mutiny in one of our power plants. That's pretty annoying. I could have put a goon squad on it, but that's gonna be too late now. So this is gonna cost us 100 per tick. That's gonna cost us 6,000 in total for the next minute. That's painful. So if we say, no, there's a surplus, let the price go down, then it's gonna cost us less. So that way we can offset things a little bit.
Our hackers have compromised the trading servers. Price manipulation begins shortly.
So that one is at 14 now. Someone is really investing. Let's generate some cash. Damn. Let's generate a shortage. We really need to do something with this.
Our hackers have compromised the trading servers.
Okay, prices are going
Price
down. That's good.
manipulation begins
There's a
shortly.
shortage of water, which means we can start unloading. And didn't pay enough attention to the timer. It would be nice if there was actually like a cooldown or like a warning sound or something that the end of the time is imminent, so you can buy some more buildings. Because I was generating some free cash in order to invest. Yeah. So we are tied for second, getting a pretty good income out of this. So let's return to the campaign and see how this went. So we have a lot of value, we had some debts, but all in all we gain about 200k from it. We gain income from all 3 locations. So we have 900k to spend. So let's see, perpetual motion or virtual reality next time. Interesting. I think perpetual motion was cheaper transportation. Virtual reality was a boost to the entertainment centers. So let's go with perpetual motion. See, we are now somewhere in the bottom quadrant. We really do need to step up our game. But that's gonna be next episode. So I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And let's see what we can make of it next time. Bye bye.